And we are live on the Get Vocal Gossip Pod. I am Tim. What's up, Lance? How's it going?
What's up?
Yeah.
Never should I do that again. That is not me at all.
That's not
What's
good.
going on? Things are so good because last night we did this and we had such a fun time. We thought it would be fun to do it again today. Recreate
really
that
fun.
magic.
Yeah, it's really fun, Lance. It's hard to describe. It's kind of a rush, and I want to do it more. And here we are. I'm looking at us right now on Twitter. There we are. We're on Twitter. We're streaming to YouTube. We're streaming to Facebook as well. So if you're on one of those platforms right now watching us there, you might want to go to Get Vocal because that is the best way to interact with us. You can actually grab a spot. We can open the room and let you grab a spot and come on and chat with us. So that's pretty fun. Otherwise, there's 4 different avenues for us to check the comments and interact with you, and that's a little difficult. Not impossible.
Yeah. Right. Sorry, I'm very excited. I'm putting a hard call out to John Lorden to get his butt in here.
Good. All right. There's someone in the chat room. Liz, what's going on? So here we are. We're rocking and rolling. So, Lance, today on this live impromptu Friday gossip pod, I just want to keep talking about this UFO declassification from the Pentagon this past week on Monday. They released this video, and I just can't get it out of my head. You?
I don't know. I really, honestly, when this all came through, I was like, I'm so beat down. I'm so beat down with what goes on in the world today that I mean, I saw it and I was like, that's novel. Like, it really wasn't, it didn't like blow my mind. But I want to be excited. So I think I need you to get me more excited for this UFO thing.
Okay, let's take a look at the video together then, because I think that's important. Have you seen the video close up?
I watched it a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
the rotating.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me bring this up too. Okay.
Yeah, this is good. This is brilliant here.
Yeah, this is because I really think, and to your point last night, you said here on Get Vocal that it was some sort of political distraction, which seems obvious. I think that's completely obvious. So with that in mind, I do still think the evidence is quite compelling, and the release is compelling. It's good. It's good evidence. I think it's probably the best video evidence we've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't remember any time in my life where we've seen evidence like this at all. Really, you're right. It moves in a weird way. It moves in a really jerky way, despite the winds. There are winds that are extremely high out there. I don't know. I need to be more excited about this.
Okay, let's watch the video.
I'm watching now.
Okay. Here we go. Watch the rotating. So it looks like a saucer, right? I got one on my shirt right now. So it looks like a saucer going like that, but you wouldn't always picture these saucers, at least in movies and stuff. It has them like flying straight, right? Well, this one's going like this, and it's still going straight. And it's like, what? I mean, that would be like if an airplane traveling the way we know airplanes to travel just would all of a sudden like go like this and down, like without like almost lateral movements, or actually even different, rotating like that. Makes no sense why that would happen aerodynamically.
One thing that I can't
physicist, but for Christ's sake.
One thing that I don't like about this video is right around the 3-4 second mark. That figure is turning like it's turning like this. It's do something like that, right? It's about to, almost going past its axis right there, right around the 3 second mark, 2 to 3 second mark in the beginning.
Yeah. So
and then it cuts to like stock footage of.
Well, I mean, this is just a video. Like, this isn't the one they're trying to tell a story in the video in the article. If you want to see the original video, I mean, we could probably find that too. But I'm sure, Like this one is the quick version where it downloads the information to your brains. You know, it tells.
Yep. Oh wow! Look at this. Brock Willis is in the chat room. This is our old pen pal, Brock.
All right.
From
What's
Louisiana.
Up, Brock? How's it going?
Brock, what's going on? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Wow. All right.
Brock is a big Paula Abdul fan.
Is that true?
Who knew?
I look homeless in this quarantine. He says, "Yeah, I mean, Lance, I've been telling you, like, my hair is just hanging on by a thread at this point. It's getting to a point where it's just not gonna hold. It's just gonna look like a big mess real soon.
It's reaching a DEFCON.
I'd say so.
DEFCON 4 status. Oh, look, I'm flaring out. The
hat looks nice, though, I gotta say.
Ears. The hat barely fits. Once I take the headphones off, the hat pops off. Yeah, not cool. This is not good. I mean, I don't want to complain because there are people who, you know, are having it a lot worse than we are, but the hair is. Thanks.
Well, very, very limited edition hat. There's only 2 ever made. We are looking into making more. I think we'll change the outlet where we get them from, though, because that one's okay, but I don't know. It didn't work for me anyway.
Yeah, it's not. It's a flat hat. It's not the best hat. No, it is. It's flat. I like a hat with a little bit more pop right there.
Well, thoughts to the chat room. I ask the chat room. I ask Facebook. I ask YouTube. Yeah, speak up. What's going on here? What do we think? Yeah.
Are you talking about the UFO again? I think what they're showing you right around in this video this is a Forbes.com link that you sent in the comment section. When they're showing the video here right around the I guess the 30 in the 30-second range. I'm sorry, right around the 40-second range when it's more like a little dot. That's a drone. That's some kid flying a drone.
Footage from the Navy, from an airplane, bruh.
Yeah, some kid had a drone that was like 1,500 feet above.
So you're saying the Pentagon is just releasing this and saying it's and the Navy pilots who are on video or on audio here are just all going with
those aren't Navy pilots. If you listen to those voices closely, you will hear Aaron and Justin from Generation Y. That's Generation Y.
I didn't realize this was Conspiracy Friday.
All right, Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. I like that. That's good. We should brand that. No one's made a movie like that, right? All right.
No. That's actually the first time Freaky Friday.
Let's get that URL stat
in the world. Yeah. Yeah. I just got the Twitter account.
It's better than Gossip Pod, I'll admit.
Yeah. You know what? I'll bring it's better than Gossip Pod. No, it isn't.
A little bit better, maybe. Freaky
Friday. Maybe a little bit. I thought I was gonna come to the. I hate when I say gonna. I thought I was going to come to the table with some fun true crime facts that happened like today in true crime. I texted you a list of these things, but it's so friggin' depressing.
Yeah. You got some though?
True crime's not fun, especially now.
Well, let's hear it. What do you got? I mean, I'll keep going on about aliens. We still haven't polled the chat room, which I want to do. I want to do still.
Right. Let me give you one that's yeah, okay. On this day, oh, never mind. You can poll the chat room. I don't want to bring this show down.
Okay. Sorry, everybody, but I'm still talking about the UFOs. What do you guys think? Is this real evidence? Is this? I mean, I don't even think it's in dispute. This is the best evidence ever put out there, video evidence of UFOs. But is it real? Do we think it's an alien from another planet? Yay or nay in the chat room? I ask the people in the chat room and out there. I don't know, says Brock. Brock, that was not on the poll. It's a yay or a nay.
Yeah, Brock, you have to, if you have to just say yeah. Just say
Sure,
yay.
I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until everyone in the chat room says yay.
Oh, Devin, we don't know. Yeah, be boycotting.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get her in. She might be watching, but she's not in Get Vocal at least, unless she is in as a different name. So we do have the chat room is filling up. Hello to everybody in the chat room: Liz, Aaron, Devin, Jillian, Brock, Guxy, Lou, and Elise. And Devin asks, "Is Esther boycotting?" And we said that's unclear. So Brock does admit that the UFOs, they're definitely aliens. Lance, do you have a final answer here?
I think they're unidentified. I think the objects are unidentified. I think the objects are flying. And they're obviously objects. So I agree that we are looking at unidentified flying objects.
Well, that's not in question again.
I'm not going to go so far as to put and I'm not going to tape an X on my window and shine a light behind it. That's not happening today.
Okay.
Lou in the room here. Is that Lou? Is that Lou? Our buddy Lou Berry?
It may be. I am not sure. So there is some chat going on Facebook. Esther is on Facebook, watching on Facebook Live. Chris Duet is in there as well, threatening to dominate on Facebook and just not join the Get Vocal chat. In true Chris Duet rebellious fashion. And Esther says, "Excuse effing me, I am here. And why is Brock getting all the attention? Me and Chris are better." Shots fired. And yes, it is Lou Barry.
What's up, Lou?
Private investigator, former police chief Lou Barry. How are you, Lou? Lou is working Erica Franelich's disappearance case for private investigations for the missing. We have recently aired a couple of really hard-hitting episodes this week with Erica's sister, Nada. We implore you to go check those ones out. They're on Missing Maura Murray and Crawlspace. There's now 4 episodes on the disappearance of Erica Franelich from Middleburg, New York in 1986. Lou Barry was on the first 2 episodes, and he spoke with his buddy, the other private investigator on the case, Greg Overacker.
Yep. Hero of the people. Hero of the people, Lou. You want to jump on? Feel free to jump on.
Yeah. All right. We are unlocking and letting the crowd.
We got a little tease from Lou here.
Yeah, we make it a tease. There has been some chatter behind the scenes of private investigations for the missing. That, of course, the nonprofit started by Bruce Maitland, Brianna Maitland's father, about doing a second case. And this is one that Lou thinks could be good to cover. So would be nice to. I can't wait to talk about it. Is what I'm saying. More on that soon. Check out investigationsforthemissing.org.
Everything that's coming together with private investigations for the missing. I know we've said this before, but it's a really small organization, and they've taken on the Erica Franelich case, and that is just a template for how all of the future cases are going to look. You have the law enforcement with Lou cooperating with licensed private investigator Greg Overacker. It all comes filtered through the PIs for the missing email address, and then we talk about it on the air. We have our buddy Jennifer Amell, who does a lot of research on that. She's researching a case right now. She provides like an information packet to us, which is incredible. And then we're able to take all of that, and more often than not, we get family members that reach out to us after they hear that first episode. And the Franelich case is the one that's really been the poster child for how it should work. Family members, friends, coworkers, they're all listening to this, and it's all getting back to the person in question, which is Erica's husband, or Erica's, I guess, former husband, not ex-husband.
Current husband. Rich, I mean, they're still married, technically. She's a missing person. Oh. She's alive in the eyes of the law. So he cannot get married.
My overall point was how the private investigations for the missing is coming together.
Yes.
And this is really the post.
Yes.
How everything is supposed to work. What's going on over there? I see you laughing.
Yeah, it's so Esther and Chris are really yucking it up in the Facebook Live chat room. And Chris tells me to buzz off, and then Esther says God loves the sound of his own voice. So they're taking shots at us. Okay. But I will say the chat room, the consensus was yay on the UFOs. I think it was 4 votes.
Well, no one's going to
3 or 4 votes on yay. Yep. Patricia says yay. Rochelle says yay. Esther chimes in to say, I don't give a damn about UFOs.
Well, there's a good point. Like, should we even care? Like, are they going to do something for us? Are the UFOs coming to deliver vaccines for COVID-19?
How do we know? I mean, could things get it? I mean, things could, I suppose, get worse. What if they came and attacked right now while we're at our weakest? We'd be, I mean, you know, we're hanging on by a thread as it is. sorry to bring the mood down, but UFOs are real, everybody.
Well, I think if they are exploring, I think if they're checking us out, you know, doing a couple of test runs here or there, I think what they're looking at is perhaps something that they've seen grow over the course of thousands of years.
So you think they created us?
And they're sort of no, I didn't say they created us.
That's basically what you just said.
Not at all.
I misinterpreted that. Did I take that too far?
Maybe you took a liberty with that one.
Very unlike me.
If you're another terrestrial being that has been around longer than Earth, perhaps they saw the Big Bang, and perhaps they have been watching this planet grow, and they check in occasionally, just as, you know, like you check in on a a plant or something that you're growing, or a beehive.
Mm-hmm. A beehive. Speaking of beehives, do you have anything you want to confess to our audience today?
Yeah, I am now the proud owner of a beehive. I have a bee. There's a bee. I have several thousand bees right now. They're all named Joshua F. Leonard, except for the queen. The queen bee is named Esther Hilton, and she rules the roost in the backyard. Yeah, I got a beehive. Did it over the weekend, last weekend, and yeah, Beehive King coming to Netflix. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. That'll be me. I'll be the Bee King. So yeah, that's I wanted to wait. You had teased it a little bit, Tim, but I wanted to wait because there's a process. You put the bees in, and the queen comes in a little case, like a little cage. She has 2 passenger bees with her, and you can't just introduce her right to the hive right away. You know, they need to get to know her pheromones and stuff. So you put her in, and then like 4 days later you open it up, which is truly a exhilarating experience to open up a beehive that has been closed and producing a colony. And you reach in and you take the case out, and you make sure she is out of the case. Now, before I put the case in, I removed a cork. I had a little candy barrier. So the bees eat from one end, and the passenger bees on the other side eat from the other end. They release her gradually into the hive. And as long as that bee case, as long as that queen case is empty, that means she's in there laying eggs, which means we're going to have probably 1,000 to 1,500 eggs laid a day.
Eggs for what?
Eggs for other bees.
So okay, so you already have thousands of bees, and you want how many more bees?
Oh, there's probably going to end up being like 10,000 bees.
Were you the candy man? Why do you want so many bees?
Well, bees, that's just how they grow. They'll all stay in that case. They'll all fly around that case. They'll the hive. I mean, they'll all that's their home. They have set their radar. They have adapted to their environment. They know where the pollen is. They know where they're going to be getting their food. They know me, and this is their home now.
Did you introduce yourself, or how did that go?
Well, I introduced myself when I installed them into the beehive, so they know my pheromones now.
Really? Do they pick up on pheromones?
Oh yeah. No, I was out there, and they have an incredible sense of pheromones.
Okay.
Or an incredible pheromone scent.
Okay.
Yeah, I was up there the other day checking on the queen, and they're flying on my body, and I bring them inside, and I'm like, oh, there's one on the floor. At this bee on the floor, so I picked up the bee, brought it back outside, put it back into the hive, and walked off my hand, went right in. Hundreds of bees around me.
Hundreds of bees.
Oh yeah, at least.
Have you gotten stung yet?
No, I haven't gotten stung yet.
Okay.
These are very gentle bees. They're Italian bees. Very gentle.
We don't sting anybody. We love Lance.
Hey, we just
sorry.
We're just here in a hive.
That's probably incredibly offensive to Hilton Empress, but
they're eating prosciutto and drinking red wine, drinking Chianti.
Esther Hilton says, "I can't believe it's Friday night and I'm sitting here listening to a middle-aged man talk about bees."
I can't believe it either. Can't believe it either, Esther.
Esther says Lance is going to end up like Macaulay Culkin in My Girl with his bees if he's not careful.
Come with a better bee joke than that. That's such a gimme. That's low hanging fruit.
It's a good ref though. I mean, it's a good poll. It's like what 25 years ago or something. You know.
Yeah.
You got to know that. You see, she didn't even reference the movie, right? She just said Macaulay Culkin. Oops.
She didn't say My Girl.
Did she? Like I can review the comment again. She calls it a racist movie. Oh, she does. I'll play the tape. She did say My Girl. Sorry. It's still a good one.
I've never seen it.
And Devin is now interacting with Esther on Facebook. Seems like Facebook chat is picking up steam because of Esther and Chris really trying to yuck it up over there. YouTube, not much going on. How you doing, Jade in YouTube right now? Lucy in there. How's it going, everybody? Let's see who's on Twitter. Can you tell who's watching on Twitter? Okay, not really. You can't really tell. So, but that's fun. This is really fun. I can't wait for Get Vocal to get Instagram going as well, live Instagram, and more fun. Facebook says you guys are always live, and
we are.
Yeah, that's the new plan. I mean, might as well, right? I think we should do this every day. I
mean, we're doing it anyway. We would have done this anyway.
Yeah.
We would have done this anyway. It would have been on Zoom or Skype. We would have been looking at each other, but we wouldn't have had, right. I mean, the only difference is now we have people that we can interact with, which is awesome. Brock has a great point here. Just an observation. Why, since the invention of iPhones and these smartphones, have there been a blah, blah, he gives a few stats here, but basically what he's saying is there's been no high-def video evidence of Nessie, Bigfoot, UFOs, Mothman, Chupacabra. Don't get me wrong. I'm a believer of mysterious objects being, etc. Just saying, since Steve Jobs gave us the iPhone, all these boogeymen have gotten better at hiding and gotten better at hide and seek.
That is a good point. And I would say that again, this is the best evidence yet. It didn't come from an iPhone or anything. I mean, I think speaking specifically about UFOs, the topic of the day here on Freaky Friday, Crawlspace's Freaky Friday. I think they're up in the sky. They're up in outer space. Who's up in outer space to get pictures with their phone other than astronaut Tim, whatever his name is with the pictures. I don't know. Are
you talking about the astronaut that has the twin brother?
I don't know, but there's one guy who takes a lot of pictures from space. I thought his name was Tim something. I don't know. I follow him on Instagram.
I don't know why it is.
Now, great point about Nessie, right? The Loch Ness Monster, of course, in Esther's backyard in Loch Ness in Scotland. Yeah, I mean, maybe Nessie doesn't exist. I'm not saying all these exist. I don't think they should all be put into the same bucket. Thoughts?
Well, because that bucket is. Sorry, I was looking up that astronaut. That bucket is not, I guess, mutually exclusive of each mystery. Just because I don't think that Nessie exists, but I think that there's a better chance Bigfoot exists, right? I think there's a much better chance that aliens exist more than Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, I think that terrain is like outer space in that there are parts that are definitely unexplored, in deep in the woods, where there could be a Bigfoot,
Yeah. By the way, did you watch The Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes. Great documentary about a man named Cristo Rapolo who has seen numerous. He's had encounters with UFOs. He's got this great documentary called Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs. I think you can get that on Amazon. You might be able to watch it on Netflix, but just look that up. It's a great documentary. It kind of puts things into perspective with you. It actually makes you walk away going, oh, maybe I am seeing UFOs. I don't realize it.
I mean, I think something's going on without a doubt. And Brock Willis in the chat room says, Mothman, though, is the scariest of all. What's y'all's opinion on Mothman playing right into my hands?
Don't get Tim going on Mothman. We did this last night.
I'll do it again. I love the Mothman story. It's obviously based on a real tragedy. The entire story is based on the Silver Bridge collapse in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Tragically, a lot of people died. But there were people who apparently saw this winged cryptid that they called the Mothman at one point, even sitting on top of the bridge before its collapse, I think a couple days maybe. And then some other weird things started happening in that town after the collapse. Like I think UFO sightings and this fellow named Indrid Cold sort of spooked some people, and it lives in paranormal lore because of those events sort of happening at the same time.
I can't wait for Halloween. No, I just can't wait because I feel like it's going to be the right time.
We're gonna do a get vocal.
Yeah, no, get vocal. I just feel like a lot of people are going to be a little bit more like letting loose this Halloween, and maybe the reason why I think about this is I was just thinking it'd be cool to have a Mothman costume for Halloween. I'm just pumped about Halloween because we've been inside for so long, and I feel like October is going to roll around, and we're just going to try to take as much advantage of that as possible.
Susie says Halloween.
Right, Halloween at CrimeCon, Susie. Yes. Exactly.
Is CrimeCon gonna happen in Orlando in October? Who knows? That is obviously they're going ahead with plans that it is. I'm a little skeptical that it happens, but don't let my personal skepticism prevent you from getting tickets, because we will be attending when it is held. And there's no doubt about that. And they are doing some kind of live streaming thing coming up soon. So check that out too at crimecon.com.
Tim, doorbell went off today again.
Oh no.
Yep. No one's there. Doorbell went off. No one's there. You remember the last time I mentioned that the doorbell went off?
Yes. You were talking.
Also,
you recently moved, and yes, you believe, or at least there's some consideration that there might be a ghost in the house.
Well, there's some activity. I don't want to say ghost, but there's some activity. Today, doorbell went off, and I didn't hear it, just like the first time. First time I didn't hear it. My girlfriend heard it, and then she, says to me, I'm in another room. She's like, "Did you hear the doorbell?" Said, "No, that's strange." This exact thing happened exactly 2 weeks ago. I'm not kidding. To the time, I remember we have a routine. I do a certain thing every morning, and at a certain time, I'm in a certain spot, and I was in the same spot when the doorbell went off again. Exactly 2 weeks. It was a Friday at the exact time.
What time?
Like probably around 8:45.
8:45.
Yep.
I don't know.
Right around that time frame.
I think that this spirit is definitely inhabiting your psyche in some way. Maybe your decision making. It's kind of worming its way into your brain.
It could be, but I didn't hear the doorbell this time, and it didn't ring again. Last time
proves my point.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend heard it, so maybe that's a block that they're putting on me.
That's
or maybe they're in her
right, yeah. Or maybe it didn't ring in reality, and she heard it ring in her own head.
So it's getting in both of our psyches.
It's turning you two on against each other.
It's driving a wedge. Driving a wedge in between each other.
Speaking of haunted houses, I was listening to True Crime Obsessed Patreon today, and Patrick mentioned he saw a ghost just a couple weeks ago at this cabin he's staying at in Western Mass.
Saw a ghost, really?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he saw a full body apparition sitting on a chair in the kitchen. He said he walked out the middle of the night to get a drink of water, and he saw that. He wasn't kidding.
Texting him right now. Texting him right now.
Yeah. Esther says the only spirit Lance has in his home is vodka and gin he's been drinking far too much of if he's hearing noises around the place.
Or maybe I'm not drinking far enough.
See, this bee thing too, right? I want to get back to this for a minute. Like maybe this bee thing is part of the ghost. Just kind of, I don't know, like some weird suggestions. It's really just trying to like change you as a person. You know, I'm afraid we're losing you to the bees.
No. How would I get lost to the bees?
Can we do a poll? And can we post the video, the bee video?
No. Right here? No.
Well, not here, but can I post it on Twitter?
No, not yet. Soon enough. I got some plans for all that.
Okay. Are the bees, what's the question for the poll here? Are the bees part of, I don't know. And if anyone's got any ideas on the wording.
Are the bees part of the ghostly influence? Is that it?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Part of the ghostly influence in Lance's new house. Are Lance's new bees, Lance's new bees part of the ghostly influence in Lance's new house? Yes, no. Answer 3, huh? Let's see. We'll do 2 days, and there we go. All right, there's a poll on Twitter. That'll be fun. Let's see. Oh, speaking of polls on Twitter, our friend Esther in the Facebook chat room did a poll on what tattoo that you and I should get, Lance.
I love this. Yeah, I'm 100% down for this.
What matching tattoos should we get? And there she goes. She mentions it here on Facebook. I'd be open to a ghost bee, but I'm going to be real for a second. I'm
a ghost bee.
A ghost bee tattoo. Shit, maybe that's the ghost talking through me now. I feel like I never would have said that until we started talking about this, obviously.
Oh, is that just like a slip? I thought you meant you wanted a tattoo of a ghost bee.
Well, I did say that. I did. Chris Duet wrote ghost bees in the chat room, and I said maybe a ghost bee tattoo would be better than get podcasting or die trying.
I gotcha.
And I feel like I have to address the elephant in the Facebook chat room. Lance, Esther's talking about my Kennedy hair. She wants to know what I think she just wants the deets. I don't really know what. Hair? Yeah, I've kind of tried to avoid the topic, but like everything with Esther, you can't really avoid a topic. She's just gonna come at you. Esther says I'm too much of a fairy to get any tattoos. That is a fair point. I do have a tattoo, but I do not want to get another one. I have a bad tattoo of a scorpion on my back, and I don't think I need to get any more. And I didn't like the feeling. I did understand the sort of addiction thing. I felt that for a minute, but no, I didn't enjoy it, and I don't want any more.
That's okay. You got that full back plate, right? It was you actually got that scorpion tattoo after watching Drive, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like Ben Affleck's Phoenix tattoo, but a big scorpion just covering my back.
Yeah.
But what about you? Should we get a tattoo or what?
I mean, you don't need to convince me. I'll do it.
Christina Bazonsky is in the chat room. What's going on? Esther wants to know if I have hair extensions. No, I definitely don't have hair extensions. No spilling drinks, Christina. No, not. I almost did. I will say. Notably, I spilled a beer at the very beginning last night.
Yeah, well, you didn't spill a beer. You poured one out. We poured one out.
That's right.
I forgot what we poured it out for.
Yeah.
But why is Esther so upset about the hair transplant?
I think she's been these live shows. She's been asking what the story with my hair is. I don't know specifically. Apparently that was one of the specific questions she had was, is it extensions or a hair transplant? Neither.
So she's not convinced that this is real hair.
I guess that's the case. It's definitely real hair. You can pull on it. Let me know if you need me to pull harder.
That is real hair.
You've pulled on that hair? I used to have locks. I used to have real. That may end up happening again, but I did order some kind of what do you call it, like buzzers, clippers. So I'll probably be shearing it a bit.
Yeah, we had a good conversation about which ones you should. When are you getting those in?
I think in a couple weeks. Yeah, we should do it live. Mm-hmm. All right, should we play American?
Oh, Christina says Joel wants to
go for it.
I was gonna say, Christina said Joel wants to virtually hang out with us. You just hop right on here, grab a spot.
He's in. Get
vocal.
vocal.
Then you're virtually hanging out.
All right, Lance. Yeah. Do you want to play America's favorite new Patreon game created by Crawlspace Media?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just want to address Brock has a couple questions. What is Lance and girlfriend's favorite drinking game during quarantine? It's not really a drinking game, but she taught me a card game called Fool, which is really fun. So if anyone has a desire to learn a new card game, just Fool card game, really fun. And why haven't grabbed a spot? I don't know. Grab a spot, guys. There's two.
I don't know. Someone could join. All right, we're gonna have to put these questions out for the audience, and maybe whoever nails it gets the win. I don't know. We can probably play with everyone, right?
Is this
this is
guess the new game?
No, well, this is guess the Twitter followers. I haven't done enough research to figure out that new game yet. There's something there.
There's something there. I've isolated some things. We just need your contribution for the other half.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're all on that Twitter profile, but so we would need to develop it to play with the audience, though, because we know the answers, so it would be easy for us. So it's definitely an interactive game, but yeah, let's get that going for next time.
Right, that's a tease.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Also, what is OnlyFans? Am I showing my age here? Yeah.
Yeah, you're showing your age. Everyone knows what OnlyFans is.
Esther saw your hair being bouncy on OnlyFans.
No, I don't know what OnlyFans is. I say out like a Canadian, which is fine. Out. I have heard that before. All right, here we go. America's favorite new Patreon game created by Crawlspace Media. It's called Guess the Twitter Followers. It's real simple. You just guess the amount of Twitter followers this person has. And we'll try to be interactive with this. And obviously, let's have some integrity and not look. And these names have usually been vetted beforehand, but I'm pretty sure every single one of these people have a Twitter follow or a Twitter account.
Right. Okay. If nothing else,
brands. Yeah.
If nothing else, people come here for integrity. So exactly, please maintain the integrity.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Tough one here. All right. So the first one I got is Kamala Harris. Now, this game works when it's the more random, the better. So you'll see that people from all walks of life are going to be included here, all kinds of brands. So Kamala Harris being the first, but she's got two accounts, Lance. One is just at Kamala and one is at Senator Kamala. Which one do you think we should play with? They're both verified.
I think Senator.
Okay, we're playing with the Senator. I think that means she has less on that account because I think that might be the temporary account, like political account.
Exactly.
That's handed over. Oh, okay. So that could be even higher. I don't know. I'm going to go with 350,000. You?
I am going to go with 450,000. Okay. And I want to make a note to everybody that Tim always wins this game.
I didn't win when we played versus Esther. She smoked us both. Okay, Senator Kamala Harris has 1.2 million Twitter followers. Morph in the chat room gets it, I think. Yeah, 1.2. But I think he looked. I don't trust him. Not at all.
Morph said exactly 1.2.
Yeah,
Chris Duet went a little higher. Wait, well, so 2 million total between the two accounts? Is that what they're saying?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, so that's one. Let's see who gets that one. I guess you get that one. So Lance gets a point. I guess we can use the audience to make our decisions. How about that? Maybe it'll work better that way.
It's starting to feel a lot more like Price is Right.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
audience, yell it out.
Yeah, or more like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or whatever that is. Okay. Second one, guess the Twitter followers. The Oklahoma City Thunder. How many Twitter followers does the Oklahoma City Thunder Twitter account have at OKC Thunder? It is a verified account. Lance, to you.
I'm seeing 12 million.
12 million. Oof, I think that's way high.
Seeing 12 million.
Way high, bro. Let's take a look here. Let me go with let's see, 12 million. Jeez, I'm gonna go with like I'm gonna go with 1 point. No, it's less. I think it's like one. I'll just go with 1 mil, a cool mil. All right. Oklahoma City. 2.7 million. All right, Tim gets a point.
Mike Morford said 80,000.
He doesn't know what he's talking about if he's not cheating. If he's looking, he's going to nail it. So that's how we know. That's how we know if he's cheating. If he's going to absolutely nail it, or he's going to be miles apart. Okay, third.
Chris Duet asked if that's a group of meteorologists.
What's that?
Chris Duet asked if that's a group of meteorologists.
Is
that's
what
fine.
A group?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, okay. Okay, the third contestant here on Guess the Twitter followers is at FBI, the FBI Twitter page. How many Twitter followers does the FBI have?
FBI must have 325,000.
That's a pretty good guess, I think. 325K. I'm going to go 775K for the FBI.
Brock says 2 million.
2 mil. Okay.
Yep. Esther said this is mundane.
I did see that. It is 2.8 million. So
Brock.
that would be a point for Tim. So once again, Tim is in the lead here.
Okay. Maybe I should start naming ones here. Maybe that would help.
Do these. Yeah. I wrote all these out. I still have 6 more actually.
6 more. Okay.
One of them is kind of a joke, and we don't have to play all 10, but okay, one of them here is Disney. Guess the Twitter followers. How many followers does at Disney have? The verified account.
90 million.
90 million for Disney? Jeez, come on. Is that your final answer? I think so. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, everyone loves Disney, right?
That is true.
Susie says 25 million.
Okay. Are we gonna? Yeah, that's a good
Brock's
guess.
on board with 12.
It is
Chris Stewart says 12.
Okay, 6.7 million. So that's another point for Tim. Thank you. Did I say 5
Only
million?
6.7 million?
Only 6.7 million.
I find that very hard to believe.
Well, they have a lot of accounts, right? So they have at Disney Studios, they have at Disney Animation, they have at Disney Plus, blah, blah, blah. So.
Does Walt Disney have an account?
I don't think so. Not that I've seen anyway. Okay, how about our good friends at Get Vocal? How many Twitter followers does Get Vocal have?
Get Vocal probably has. I'm gonna go with 1,100.
1,100. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I think I remember. I think it's like 875. And this is a good reminder to everyone listening. Why don't you go follow Get Vocal at Get Vocal, the account. It is not verified, but it is their official account, and it is 451. So that is just not enough, everybody. But the good thing there is that's another point for Tim.
It's weird how Tim wins his own game.
Okay. How about Oxygen? Our good friends at the True Crime Network, or the network for true crime, at Oxygen, the verified account. How many Twitter followers do they have?
3.4.
3.4. Jeez.
Susie, I'm with you on that.
550. That's okay. I get the feeling I don't need to know. Let's see here. Oxygen, 280,000. Okay, so that's another point for Tim. Thank you. This is just a rout, Esther.
This is a rout.
Esther, you're the only one who could beat me at this game. You're the only one. Esther says don't follow Get Vocal because we don't want anyone. Esther says Get Vocal followed her and she refused to follow them back.
She also said Tim typed after he said oxygen. He's clearly cheating.
This is rigged. Yeah, well, I pulled it up and then I said 550, or I at least wrote 550 down. I mean, I was wrong too, but I was a lot closer than Lance. Jesus. Should we play a couple more? It's 5-1. I think it's already over, basically.
I think it's pretty much over.
I mean, I guess you could come back and get 4 in a row, but
all right, let's do it.
Chances are okay.
Chances are pretty not good.
All right, how about Janet Jackson? Does she have a Twitter account? Let's see.
Janet Jackson, the very talented sister of Michael Jackson.
Yep. Who I am more talented than per
You're more talented than Michael, not Janet Jackson. You're more talented than Michael Jackson.
Right. Per Esther Hilton on Twitter.
Yep. I'm gonna say Janet Jackson probably has in the range of 3.2 million.
Okay. Morph says 2.2 million. You say 3.2?
I say 3.2.
Morph says 2.2.
I believe she's also going on tour later on in the fall.
Is she? Well, maybe she's not. I'll go with 2.8.
Oh, John Lorden.
He's here. 3.2. Lance, you got that one.
What was it?
Or actually 3.5. Sorry. Yeah.
She's got 3.5?
She's got 3.5. Your guess was closest. Morph was horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Okay.
Hey, John Lorden.
Hey, John Lorden, you know what? How's it going, buddy? We're playing our own trivia, and you should hop on. Actually,
grab a spot, John.
Yeah, grab a spot for Christ's sake.
This is insane. Use your club. Tweet something out and get more people in. He's shy. He's scared. He
might be scared. Okay, so the next one here is Justin Timberlake. How many Twitter followers does Justin Timberlake have? Here he is, John Lorden. John the Lord Lorden. What is going on?
What's up, boys? How's it going?
Thank you so much for saving me.
Listen to that audio and look at how clear that camera is and how sharp his hat is and comfortable his sweater looks.
Branding.
And how nice his backdrop is.
Branding.
I mean,
yeah. He's shaven. You
got to be ready to go when you have this Get Vocal thing going on and all your buddies are doing shows every 5 minutes. You have to be ready to go at all times.
That's right. That's right. How do you feel about this Get Vocal platform?
Last night's the first time I looked at it. I saw that you guys were working on it. I just wanted to kind of check it out and see what it was like. And I'm kind of impressed. There's some things that are pretty cool about it. The tech is really light and fast.
Yeah.
I love this format of people being able to jump in on the.
Yep.
To have like viewers play some of the Game Time games with us on True Crime Game Time. And I think this might be the way to do it. They can come here and kind of hop in and then, join the game. So yeah, I'm liking it.
Cool. Yeah, it definitely is very easy to use, and it does handle that problem that we had talked about a few weeks ago, where you can stream to 3 different places at once. I guess technically 4th if you count Get Vocal.
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube all simultaneously, which is I didn't know another platform that lets you do that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome,
and really easy too.
Yeah, I love how since I've joined in that Lance has gone to Legos again.
I've gone to Legos again, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I have this button that slows down your internet access whenever I want to.
Hey,
you do. You probably do. Who knows what's behind that curtain
That's true. That's true.
You've got a whole infrastructure back there.
Yeah. There's an IT crew back there.
Yeah, it's like the scene in Dark Knight where he's got all the cameras everywhere, and it's all like that's John Lorden, and he's like,
that's right,
doing his evil laugh. You just mentioned your game night.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's that going? And you got that coming up tomorrow as well, right? Give us a little background on that.
Game night is coming up tomorrow, and honestly, I'm booking so many guests. My brain is just frazzled. Like, I've got the next 3 Saturday nights all completely booked, and then the 4th one is starting to fill in. We've got a lot of names. Morph has been helping me a little bit. I guess I'll just drop a couple because it's only this small group of very close people here. We've got Paul Holes coming up.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my.
Yep. We've got his buddy Billy Jensen coming up.
Oh, all right.
Big time Billy.
Yep. Danielle Hallen will be coming back.
Hey,
and this is only for you guys, only here on Get Vocal. Kendall Ray is also scheduled to appear.
Wow, some big names in the true crime industry. Well done, John.
Well, hold on. We also have Even the Podcast is Afraid. They're coming up tomorrow night.
Yes,
with Rebecca from Dialogue, and I'm surprised Rebecca isn't here. She was all over Get Vocal last night.
Yes,
very good. She popped in, and then but I'm gonna have to go get a vacuum cleaner to swing over to you for all those names you just dropped to get those things cleaned up.
I love it.
Yeah, Brock. Brock said John Lorden's the P. Diddy of true crime, which is very accurate. With fashion as well.
John, I have to ask you a very important question here. Did you hear Lance talking about his bees earlier?
No, I missed it.
Please, Lance. He did. John, he is a bee guy now. We've lost him to the bees. Lance, how many bees do you have as a pet right now?
I don't know. I haven't counted them, but the estimation is probably in the thousands. I got a beehive, John. I got a beehive.
You got a hive?
Because
wow,
we're all in isolation. This is something that is extremely therapeutic. You get to care for these things. They give you a product. It's great for the that is sustainable for the earth, and you get so much product out of them. Brock, don't worry. There's a plan. There'll be some honey for sale soon, but
Crawlspace honey.
No, it's got a different name.
Oh, damn.
Oh, come on. You got to slap Crawlspace on everything.
Too creepy.
Oh, it'll be a Crawlspace product, but there's a whole brand that's coming out soon. Just get ready. My goodness.
Lance's bees. Yeah, I know nothing about this, everyone. I've been holding myself back from talking about it until we can do it on air because I'm just kind of blown away. Like, and I have so many questions about it. But I feel like I need support. Like, I need to be like, are you hearing this? Am I hearing this?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm all in favor of it. Don't get me wrong. It's a quirk that I'm very much enjoying right now.
How old are these bees?
I like that you call it a quirk.
How long has this been going on, Lance?
I got the bees. I got my first hive last Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be a week tomorrow. And I was just saying that the queen was successfully introduced to the hive, and she's acclimated and currently laying eggs. So I'm going to be checking on that in about maybe like a week. I'll check on the eggs and see the progress there.
Okay. Do you have a cam on it yet? You should have a webcam out there.
I have footage of all of my moves that's going on. I'll get a camera going. I have a little shed too, and it's tilted, which is awesome. It's got a little tilt to it, and it's fully powered, so I can set up a webcam whenever I want. The problem is that it's been really rainy here, and we've had actually just 2 days where the bees have been like out and about in a way where you can actually see them. In the rain, they just go in. There's no use for them.
Well, I think it's time to turn that queen into a webcam girl. There you go.
Oh, imagine that. See, John comes with all the good ideas.
I know, right?
Really incredible.
That is a good idea.
Brand it and monetize it. Oh,
yeah. We'll talk offline, John. If you got
yeah.
if you got some real estate that you're dealing with, I can set you up with a couple of hives and we can get in on this together.
Esther Hilton says John Lorden is shape shifting in front of him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm wearing my human form right now. Thank you, Esther.
Yeah. The fourth box here is John's soul. Esther says.
And it does say grab this spot.
and she says you both are wearing hats to hide your devil horns. She says
yes. You have to. Yeah. Now, I can only keep them sucked in for so long.
Now, John, on to a very serious topic here. UFOs. We were talking about UFOs recently and earlier today.
I heard it last night. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Declassified Pentagon, Navy videos, rotating spaceships. What do you think? Real?
Well, I think there's an important distinction to make there. You've got some pilots that saw something that they're having trouble explaining. That is a bit of a jump from going from that to there's little tiny green men that are inside that object and they're from another planet.
Thank you, John.
So
thank you. Well said.
Yeah, and I know you guys talked about this. The footage isn't new. This stuff came out with former Blink-182 guy, a couple years ago. I keep an eye on this kind of stuff because I still love doing fringe brain scratches. But there's just no way. How do you investigate that further? Outside of getting.
You scream about it and get vocal. What are you talking about?
Well, and you get the president to talk about it. But outside of that, I don't know how you really move that forward. And you've got an organization that has had those tapes and is trying to push these issues that is very well funded. And, we haven't seen what they've done it for the past 3 years either. So I struggle with it a little bit. I don't know. So it looks like we've got a split here.
I want to be clear that John was not prepped for this. He just saw that we were on, decided to. He just gave one of the most thoughtful answers to this question that Tim's been, calling from the rooftops about, and just out of the blue, like John, you got these answers that are just like in your back pocket. You're like, well, just in case they ask this.
I heard
a script. Yeah, there's a script here. I've got everything all around me. It's all ready.
Topic. You have a script on any topic.
That's I basically heard him say, yes, there were probably little green men in that spaceship. That's what I heard. I don't know what you're talking about, Lance, because that's what I heard.
We could get into a whole conversation about that. And there is something about belief structures like that. If people,
well,
if you believe that's what's going on there, there's nothing I'm going to be able to say that's going to be able to change your mind about it. But,
well, that is not what I believe. I'm just trying to push you into saying exactly what you think it is, because I think,
honestly, I think it is. I don't want to say it's not like something silly like a reflection or something that simple. I think that these pilots are experienced enough that they would recognize something like that. But there's a lot of just bizarre things that occur around us all the time. And it just depends on your perspective. Sometimes it looks even more odd. So in one of those videos, it sounds to me like the pilot is almost laughing about what he's seeing. It doesn't seem like he's really feeling threatened about it.
I would say that's accurate.
Yeah, that's kind of leading me to believe that this is something that's probably not abnormal for them. I mean, you go flying around the world over and over, you probably see some little strange things here and there that, aren't quite.
But it was like an incredulous laugh. They were like, "Oh my God, bro, you see that? What the hell is that?" And they were like, "Haha, this is incredible. This is like something we've never seen." That was how I interpreted their laugh.
Sure.
But also they wouldn't be joking. I mean, they also could have shot at it. I'm sure they were probably feeling fine about that. Their chances at that time. Yeah. Obviously, we don't know what kind of technology the other thing has.
I'm also wondering if it being officially released right now, if this is, trying to help push the whole Space Force kind of initiative.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I think for sure there's a timing thing, and it was a political decision to release it at this time. I think that's unquestioned. I completely agree that that's shady, and I would like to know who did that. But still, I never saw the video like this. I saw it before 2 years ago, and it looked a little crazy, but I didn't see it look quite like this. This is a better video. Mike Morford's joining us.
Mike
What's
Morford,
going
You're
on?
talking aliens and stuff like that. I have to join you.
And then Bigfoot jumps in.
Exactly.
Look at this! Wow.
Now, look at Mike Morford has the best quarantine beard I've ever seen.
Oh, this is only like a week's work too.
Only
That was
on
from,
Get
like, the-
Vocal. You got
Shaved this morning.
Yeah. Only on Get Vocal do you get an impromptu alien chat with Crawlspace, John Lord, Mike Morford, and everybody.
Yep.
So, what do you think, Morph? Aliens? Yay, nay?
Definitely.
Definitely, right? These
Yeah,
guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're 2-2 now.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that you can't really explain, and I really like the way you said, these guys have flown all over the world. They've probably seen a ton of crazy stuff and haven't been able to explain it. They could have said, "Yo, bro, what is that? That's crazy." And then it could have come out like later on that maybe this is a weather balloon or something that's getting whipped around. Just something. It could have been something else that's explained later on. It is something that's out there for us to talk about, to take our attention away from something else, though. And I never thought about that, the Space Force initiative, that this could be something that would be there to push Space Force. It's really interesting, Tim, that you said that they could have fired on it.
Right.
But they didn't feel threatened. Like you need an order to fire on something, I assume. You can't just fire on something that's in the air if you're in if you're in the Air Force, if you don't identify it. It would have to have some sort of present some sort of danger, like a clear and present danger to them. It didn't do that. So maybe the next thing we see is something like that, where, did they just fire at us? You know what I'm saying? That maybe in the audio, there's like something that sounds like artillery fire or something like that. And the pilot might say, is that firing coming from them or something like that? That could be something you see in the next few months. If it's what John Lord
I totally agree with you. And I think it would be a lot more interesting if they released more of the conversation that the pilots had after the sighting.
Yes, that's how you could take it further, is talking to those pilots now. And I know they were interviewed by the New York Times a couple of years ago. I think in 2017 there was that article that when it first originally hit. So I think that's interesting to read and look at that. I mean, it's definitely something those guys didn't seem to have ever heard.
Can I read a comment here by Esther Hilton? Please. She's saying that she says, "No, I'm entertaining," meaning herself, not me. "No, I'm entertaining. These lots are flopping harder than Joan Collins's tits." I've never heard that. I've never read a reference to Joan Collins's tits before in my life, except for right now.
I'm ready for Esther to write a book on sarcasm. I'm just going to start collecting all her tweets and putting them together in a book.
What are you talking about, John? She's dead serious with all those tweets.
No, I know.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. How dare you?
Don't get on her bad side.
Yeah.
How can you not? Is there another side?
Esther.
More if Dr. Shiloh over here says that you look like her tattoo guy. What's up, Dr. Shiloh?
Has it gone that far?
that
I'm
beard.
surprised Dr. Shiloh has a tattoo guy.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Shiloh's got a lot of tattoos. Yeah.
When I picture these professionals that do this kind of stuff, they have tattoos and stuff like that is awesome.
So what are you saying? Tattoos are bunk? What? I'm going to tell Chris Duet.
Uh-oh.
You don't want Chris Duet after you.
No, definitely not.
Tim's in a mood where Tim
in the competition you guys were having earlier.
Yeah, you know Chris Duet, who he hangs out with, right? You know who his friends are, right? He's always talking to dangerous people, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to get on his bad side either.
He'll get them after you.
I like how Tim's in a mood where whatever you say, he's going to take like the third word and make it like Mike. You literally said like that you thought it was cool that professionals had tattoos, and Tim's like, "What, you calling them bunk?" Like I never come close to saying that.
Why are you trying to start sports?
Hey, it's a gossip pod. It's Freaky Friday.
Yeah,
Freaky Friday on the Gossip Pod.
If you want to start something, let's talk about how Lance has a rug on his ceiling. Do you live in Willy Wonka's playhouse or something? What?
No, this is. I wish I lived in Willy Wonka's playhouse. I'm workshopping things to put on the ceiling because it's an attic, so it's got the slanted ceiling here. It's a gable end home with the peak there. This is something, and I'm so embarrassed. I can't remember the official name for it, but it's worn for like camping and hiking, and it's used for a bunch of different purposes. It's like this cloth that you can use as like a blanket or a scarf or just anything. It's like an all-purpose thing that a friend of mine gave to me. And when I was unpacking, I found it. I'm like, well, I'll give it a shot. I'll put it up behind me. So that's the thing. Yeah, sorry, I don't have a big special backdrop with branding on it.
Yeah, over to my left, I have a big Lorden Arts tapestry that's up on the wall there with all my show names all around it. Get a Crawlspace logo on that. You'll be good to go.
Devin says the rug is on the ceiling.
No, I'll do that. The
rug is on the ceiling and the frame photos are on the floor.
My world's upside down.
Figuratively and literally.
It's all right.
All right. So what about ghosts, John? You always give the most the most just like I feel like the most perfect answers. I'm really just trying to rattle you.
This one is tough because when I first started, one of the reasons I started doing Brain Scratch was because I wanted to look into paranormal stuff like that. And for the first year and a half or so, there was a lot of stories I really jumped into to try to learn more about. And I kind of got frustrated that all the stories ended with, and this person said it, and that's how we know it's true. And there was never any real physical evidence that I could point at and say, oh, finally. And then when you do see something, it's like, oh, we've got a picture of a ghost looking out of a window. And you look at it and you're like, oh, man, that could be a reflection. I mean, there's all kinds of other answers that are possible. So I kind of moved away from that content as it went on. But as a kid, I had an experience that I just cannot explain where I believe I saw my great grandmother. And that's one of those things where it's just, I mean, almost like the UFO experience. That's how I kind of keep myself open to things because I can't explain it. It looked like a ghost to me. So, and we know Morph almost got eaten by Bigfoot. So
that is true.
There's occurrences.
John has always got to be the voice of reason.
Yeah. Well, did you hear his butt? His butt though was
there's a butt.
Yeah. His butt. He told me that story before, and I think that's hard to dismiss.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't dismiss it. I mean, and that's why I can't write off because I didn't take a picture either. I mean, granted, this was 1983 or 1984. It's not like I had my cell phone. I could just whip out and take a photo. But that's what I keep hoping for, with how easy it is to capture things nowadays. I'm just waiting for someone to get that one shot. And the thing with Bigfoot that drives me crazy is you've got all these guys that are Bigfoot hunters. Get some trap cams, man. Just line the woods. So
they use them. They have them
all I've heard so far from John right now is Morph's a damn liar about his Bigfoot experience.
I know.
And Patrick Hines didn't see what he said he saw about the ghost.
What's up, buddy?
Brock is complimenting you on your missing time episode.
Where that was a weird one.
The next morning. For anyone who hasn't heard that story, can you tell us that story real quick?
Yeah, it's really brief, but it's just another one of those things that I just can't explain that happened in my life. I was a kid, and I had a bed that was right up against a window where I could look out into the front yard. And I was there, like laying on my stomach, but holding my head up like this. And I look out in the front yard, and it was almost like a slow blink. And when my eyes reopened, it was like literally the next morning. I was in the same position. None of it made sense. Like there's no way I could have slept through the whole night, laying in that way. It was insane.
Wow.
And not to mention, it was late afternoon. This is another thing around that same time when I was a kid. Early first half of the 80s.
Something back then?
What?
The 80s, okay.
Well, my
that
parents might have been. But it was strange just because I remember it being daylight and then, the slow blink and then, oh my goodness, it's morning. What the heck's going on? So that's also weird too. Like, didn't anyone notice? I mean, maybe my parents were smoking something. Did no one come and check on me for the rest of the evening or like, I don't know. I've never been able to explain it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
This is great.
And that's why I can't write those things off. I can be critical. I try to draw information, but ultimately, if all you have is that's a person's story and that's where it ends, then I can't say that, okay, well, that person's lying and this didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just, there's always that possibility.
Now, what do you make of sleep paralysis? Because that's a topic that absolutely terrifies me.
Yeah, I've done a few episodes where I've looked into some sleep paralysis cases. I think it's legit. I think there's something to that. I don't know. Having Dr. Shiloh here, I mean, there might even be a clinical diagnosis around something like that. Is it debatable?
Oh, Dr. Shiloh Dr. Scott has a terrifying sleep paralysis story.
Really?
That shit is scary.
Yeah.
There are some accounts that indicate that it's contagious, that you can influence somebody to get sleep paralysis. And Dr. Shiloh was saying that Scott has one with an entity. So this is another there's another element that comes with sleep paralysis. Sometimes there's another being that is there, and sometimes these people get attacked and they get clawed at or they get grabbed at. And it's always the same-ish type being. It's like a blobbish, three-dimensional, not like shadowy, but a black, kind of ink-covered being that can move about. In some rare cases, it's like a manifestation of maybe like a grotesque version of someone's relative will come to you while you're sleeping. Really terrifying stuff, because it's almost like your body wakes up before your brain wakes up, and your brain is still sleeping, and which is weird. But I think the terrifying part to me is that everybody who has sleep paralysis, like 98% of them, see the same thing or something similar. Like, that's the part that I can't explain. That's so weird to me. And and people,
I'm wondering. I'm wondering if your webcam is getting sleep paralysis, because.
Is this looking bad for everybody?
Yeah, it's a bit choppy.
I'm just giving you crap.
Well, I want to make sure that this is good here.
No, it just
affecting it.
It just goes in and out a little bit. No, but I think you make a ton of great points. Have you seen the movie The Entity?
Yes. Very good.
I don't recall seeing that one.
Is that the one with
very scary?
Is that from the 70s?
With Barbara Hershey.
Is that Margot Kidder that's in that?
Barbara Hershey.
No, it's Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey,
you're thinking,
right? Yeah,
you're thinking of the right one. Yeah,
nasty scene in the shower, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically a woman being assaulted by an entity, and supposedly based on a true story.
Okay. And update on our Twitter poll: are Lance's new bees part of the ghostly influence in Lance's new house? 50% are saying yes. Oh,
well, that's it. It's
only
fact.
21.4 are saying no, and 28.6 are saying, huh?
All right, there you go. I love it.
All right, guys. Well, this is great. Oh, Morph, Esther is asking for an apology from you. I don't know if I know it's awkward, but I
really put me on the spot.
Yeah, I feel like someone needed to. And I hope I'm back into Esther's good graces, at least after putting this to you live on Get Vocal.
Esther, I'm very sorry. I will boycott Marie Claire on your behalf.
Oh, that was pretty good.
No, that's easy. She's not going to go for that Morph. That's too easy.
So?
You got to boycott something that you care about.
Esther, my form of apology is the drones that I have spinning around your house. I'm going to make them move back to 200 feet. But that's the best I can do for now.
All right. So Tim and me, you are fine. We're fine. Me and Esther are fine. So I'm good. You guys are screwed though, especially John Lorden. He says she's fuming at Lance, John, and Morph.
I'm not. Wow. I'm still why she's fuming at me. I have no idea.
I don't think
I looked
given
one day and I was like, okay, I guess I'm in this.
I don't think you've apologized to her yet, Lance. And
I don't even know what I'm supposed to apologize for.
Lance.
Just sometimes you just say the words
you know, Lance.
It's free. It's free to say I'm sorry.
Don't start with her.
I anything that I did or unintentionally did, or I am sorry. I think next time we should talk a little bit more about the sleep paralysis and stuff, because a lot of people are chiming in. Emily said she talks to people. She sees them and talks to people.
Really?
Dr. Shiloh says it's very psychological based. I agree with that, but I think that's a good conversation to have. I would really love to follow up with these people on it next time.
Wow. Oh yeah, there we go. Emily Newton. Wow, that is crazy. That is
she talks to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lance, your apology is being called glitchy by Devin in the chat room.
I'll call it glitchy. I agree. Thanks. Yeah, my apology is quite glitchy.
Lance, just apologize. Come on.
I just did.
Apology.
Lance, come on.
It's
A real
free.
one. A real one.
I don't know. I mean,
with
She
heart.
doesn't accept fake apologies. She says it right here.
Yeah. We need new Crawlspace t-shirts that says Lance is sorry.
I mean, maybe a new tattoo that says Lance's I apologize. That's what the new tattoo will be. I apologize.
Send her a Crawlspace mug. Nothing says I'm sorry like a Crawlspace mug.
That's funny. Brooke says they want to G, and I'm only giving them a 3G.
He's absolutely right.
Yeah. Damn.
Yep. You got to drive to Wormtown to pick up another camera, I think, says Devin.
Oh, man. Maybe it's just not.
How many cameras is it going to take?
I don't know. This is crazy.
Something's going on. It's maybe the ghosts. It might be the bees. It's any number of things now, really. Could be UFOs.
Well, it'll be this. I love that there's a reoccurring thing about this. So that
okay.
Is that child's voice that I'm hearing? Is that coming? Is that the ghost in your house, Lance?
Could be. I don't hear a voice.
Oh, see, he doesn't hear it. See, Esther says it's Mike Ferguson in Morph's background.
That's actually my 3-year-old son. He's a bigger pain in the ass than any ghost you have. No, he's not.
Oh my god! All right, guys. Well, we should probably wrap up here. We've been going for about 75 minutes now.
Yeah.
This is a blast, though. It flies by. I swear to God.
Thanks for the invite.
Sorry to hijack.
No,
we're just
don't want to be outdone by John Lorden.
Yeah, no, please. Anytime you see us, hop on. I really do think we're going to be doing a lot of impromptu, get vocal, interaction conversations. I think it's just fun. We're even planning to do a live episode too. Record it with Gray Hughes, your guys' buddy, on Get Vocal, and then on a Monday, and then put it up for the Crawlspace episode on a Wednesday. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Pretty cool.
You like how we swooped him out?
Yeah. What are you guys starting a podcast called 3 Men and a Mystery now too?
That's called drainage. We came in like Daniel Plainview, and we got him from underneath you, and we pulled him out.
Watch out, he's mean though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us. And thank you to everyone who has watched this live or on replay. We appreciate it. We will be back on Get Vocal doing more of these. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On YouTube, we'll stream to those places minus Instagram. But also here on Get Vocal, the best way to interact is to just make an account. And you can even end up on the show. It'll be a lot of fun. So thanks, everybody.
And,
we'll
free
see
plug.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Free plug here for John Lorden. Check out his game night tomorrow night.
Yes.
Thanks so much,
all
guys.
of Morph's
Have a good
podcasts. All right.
Yes.
All right.